So, und da bin ich auch schon wieder zurück. Courage ist schön dort, das heißt. Sind wir schon fast. Also, zum Ablaufen her mit dem Bonding jetzt eigentlich schon fast perfekt gemacht. Oder halt optimal gemacht, sagen wir es mal so. Should I go and check on Valimar near halt? If I do, I probably won't have the time to do anything else out here. Looks like the maintenance is nearly finished. War decorators. So. Wir sollen 40 Punkte kriegen. Perfekt. Greetings, my Ragnar. How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you. I'm fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle. It's good to hear. Just listening to your talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more human now. Is that so? It would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering. What's that now? The part of me in which memories are stored appear to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was here in the school grounds to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I've had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your assistance, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself. Does it mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too? It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself. That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stepping into my heart. Was the person in your memory able to move past the burdens? I'm unable to find any memories that answer that question. I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case? Yeah, I guess. Und sag mal so, die Burden von der Person, die Valimar sich daran erinnert, obwohl, wenn ich das sage, könnte das bestimmt vielleicht was spoilern. Nein. Ich sag nichts zu der Burden und der Person, von der man sich dran erinnert. Give thought to what you would do differently and if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall. Yeah, you're right. Can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do what it is the best thing I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. Feel a little better after talking to you. And all is well. I'm afraid I must return to sleep. Should I regard my head again? You need only to call my name. I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. Ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here. Yes, this is Winchbuster speaking. Hey, Doreen. George here. Do you have a minute? George, is something wrong? Well, I'm over at the Royal Institute of Technology at the moment. And an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your divine height. How soon do you think you can come over? A proposal? Who's this acquaintance of yours? Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher. Ja, unser erster Encounter mit Schmidt. The name is Schmidt. I serve as the Institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of the Ashen Knight to be only a boy. Giants ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be one of the students to help get you that minor medal early in the year. And one of the students put out that request without any input from me. Should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Something's never changed. Ja, Schmidt ist anstrengend. Putting that aside, is it true? You're the one responsible for developing the Panzer soldiers? It is. Tukai made a request and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot Odin and the society's archaisms as a reference point, and then designed a frame that could be mass-produced, even with the Rainforest company's technological capabilities. I wrote a true plans for several models and oversaw the completion of a dragon prototype a few months back. What do you ask? Do you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Marine. He develops whatever he catches his interest, loses himself in it until he does, and to hell with the consequences. The railway gun in Gorilla Fortress and the orbital wave jamming device in Nord were both designed by him too. Unbelievable. An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is the sad side of an engineer. You just design things, it's up to their users to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? Because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Ja, dieses good old Dilemma von wegen ist eine Waffe inhärent böse oder ist sie halt nur ein Werkzeug? Und es liegt halt an dem jeweiligen Nutzer, wie er diese Waffe halt eben nutzt. Sei es das Dilemma mit dem Schwert, nutzt man es, um Leute zu töten oder nutzt man es, um Leute zu schützen. Und dieses Moral-Dilemma geht halt auch auf die Erfindungen der Zukunft hinaus, also ein Orbital Wave Jamming Device. Ist an sich inhärent erstmal nichts Schlimmes und auch nichts Schlechtes. Das halt kommt dann auch darauf an, wie und was und wofür es halt genutzt wird. Dasselbe geht für Waschmaschinen. Dasselbe geht aber auch für Kanonen. Dasselbe geht auch für Max. I totally get it, unfortunately. Alright, might you come visit the professor to begin with? Of course, that's what I called you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
余計な世話ついでに忠告だ。そろそろ獲物もなんとかしろ。お前の八王一刀流、刀抜きで進化を発揮できんのか。
武装デバイスの選択は重要。ライザーとの相性によって 戦闘効率が飛躍的に上昇する。
George told me about what you're after. Who says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. He might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. You'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get out of ourselves. You want my help? I have one condition. Samurian ore. Rings any bells for you, Reen? I think so. You used it to make weapons for us before, didn't you, George? Oh, so you know of it. Save me the effort of explaining then. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Samuria. It's an astonishingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the sword arts, the frame of the dynamites are made of that very ore. Your Azure Knight included. All comes back to Samurian ore again. No idea. The double saber Odin uses appears to be made of it too. Which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a tachi made of Samurian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. And it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against divine knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It would be nice if we were doing it to atone for development disorders, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me feel ill. Bear in mind, Samurian ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I will design you the finest tachi you'll ever have light on. My name is an engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Rare or not, we're going to find all the Samurian ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. The advice we received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source, but they could not have asked for better. After politely excusing themselves, Wien and George left the Institute to reunite with the rest of the crew. And once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the courageous and departed from Rome. Und damit sind wir in Akt 3. In Part 3. Immer noch in Akt 2, aber Part 3. What to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a really sweet girl. Cutting through the grass like this feels wonderful. Could get used to this. Wow, I can't believe how quickly you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit here between the two of us. The job is all yours now. Oh, I thank you. I hereby accept the position of Chief, Helmsman, and Courageous Second in Command. She is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a rigger as fast as Angie. Not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along, the good news is that we were able to liberate Rome. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation could change in the process. Paris organized provincial armies withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect on going forward. Losing one of the key members is bound to be a painful loss to D-Lines. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Randall in the 3rd Armor Division. The greatest concern before now was the Northern Provincial Army after all. So the island's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in Israel won it all. They still come out on top in the West. Right, Unser said as much too. General Legin and Brigadier General Barrios are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's our brother Jesus. It's a brilliant leader, and it shows. Let's see. Huh. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus on our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we were entrusted with, and fighting all things we can't change won't do us any good, right? It's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count. Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of which, when giving us an update on the situation with Valimar's weaponry. Alright, could we forget? President agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, that is so. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, he's only going to have if we happen to find enough submarine ore to make the weapon. How are you going to get stuff that rare is beyond me, though? He said about him himself is made of that ore, did you not? You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, Emma? I'm afraid the Hexagon knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down through its clans say they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. Oh, that's an interesting name. I know the term from old stories, much like anyone else, but I had no idea a band of artisans by that name existed. Supposedly they once worked closely with the clan's ancestors, but somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. Couldn't exactly when. Curious. Okay, so, but none of that's going to help us find any ore. Our chance of finding enough are pretty slim to begin with. I know you can get enough, but only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. You do? Really? But you have to gain by lying. You're aware of those strange ruins scattered all over the country, right? Oh yeah. Where the higher elements are active. Those are the ones. They are called spirit shrines. They were built on top of septium veins long, long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive Sumerian ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So if there's any reason or warrior to start looking for where's the amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. They didn't tell us this before now. It was supposed to be a mind reader. It wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? I need to bite your head off. I don't need to bite our head off. You should let us know, alright? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines and we'll be rolling in ore. Let's hope so. We've got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring the shrines been our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a try isn't gonna scare us away, right? Right! With the discussion coming to an end, the destination has been decided. Before departing our Class 7 thought it best to check if there were any new requests from Prince Oliver. And the timing turned out to be quite apt, as he had very recently sent several their way. Gone here! Kleinen Heibel. So here's the deal, an airliner got hijacked mid-trip and went missing, but we managed to track it to the Isengard range. Right now the hostages are still inside. So we're gonna rescue him. It's gotta be tough, given that the hijackers are around, but that's where you and the courageous come in. To get into the specifics on how to reach us, if you're raiding the Isengard range, see you there. Sweetest of challenges. Bleu blanc. Dearest ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the liberty of calling upon you for a request of my own, unbeknownst to my arrival. I have left a letter in the location indicated by the blue cross. If you find it, well, worth your while to read it. Pride song for a brosen. Imagine Jews Arborea weeping for the safety of its province's people as they are chased through the streets by ravaging monsters. Surely you would not let such a dire scene come to pass, would you? The battle is set at the Northern Horizon and higher your ways. Schön den Flavortext, den sich Prinz ODW für diese ganzen Monster Extermination Quest ausdenkt. Someone's from Klein. Why do you see that high burst with him too? Not happy about the airline we're missing though. Like something we can afford to ignore, dangerous as it sounds. But look at this one. Will we be? What's this about reading a letter? As we have the time to be concerning ourselves with his pathetic antics. I know what you mean, really, but ignoring it might be even worse. Yep, we've got our work cut out for us. Irene, I want to help look out for everyone. We'll come with you, okay? Of course, you're always welcome. I think we should come with you when you're exploring the shrine, too. Ihr seid eh beide in meiner Main Party, also fine with me. I was about to say the same thing. Make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials were difficult. Fine with me, ihr seid eh meine Main Party. Jetzt ist halt die Frage, wen nehme ich jetzt als Slot 6? Erstmal Laura rein als Placeholder. Sie hat Defense. Movement da, Suction, was könnte sehr hilfreich sein? The Rain Rings. Sending hat einen White Mute. Detective ADS Down, was hat Nices? HP Reach und Death. Sleep. Holy Song. Nightmare. Defense. HP EP Restore. Hat Accelerate. Accelerate ist halt geil. Hunterings is strong. Huntering ist sehr strong. Suction ist halt useful für Control. Und sonst bringt es eigentlich nicht viel to the table. Ich nehme Elliot mit. Wenn es um Skills geht, Elliot. Oh, you need to see the request from Kleiner Neighbor. Yeah, it sounds like they're running into something pretty serious. What ideas too, right? About an airliner being hijacked and the passenger being taken hostage? Yep, this would usually be a matter for one of the armies, but with the war going on, they can't spare the manpower. It's when the two of them decided to step in and take matters into their own hands. And if we can, we be sure to go and help them out too. And they say they're currently waiting, the Isengard range, right? Right, apparently the hijacked airliner is being kept somewhere near there. I know the exact coordinates too, so just let me know when you're ready to go and we get out there. So, getting being a bit careful is such a big word in my mind. Just want to see grow again. I did kind of see him when you were on the Pentagram, but we didn't get a chance to talk or anything. Sorry about that, but my mind won't rest until we make that happen though. I promise you, you'll bring him back. Just might take some time. Wait! Until you do, I try the best. Try to be the best captain I possibly can. So, let's party. So. Das heißt, du kriegst deine Rebellion zurück. Und ich bastel mir mal actually. Das heißt, ich muss aber erstmal Slots upgraden. So. Oh, glad you made it. So this is where it ended up. Checking over the training room, huh? That makes a lot of sense. Also too, figured the best way I could help out was giving you guys a chance to do some training. That's why I've got some combat chats all set up and ready to go for you guys. It should be tweaked just right for you to train your close combat skills against. So if you're feeling rusty, stop on by and I'll get you sorted out. Sure, I'll take you up on that. Was Erlangen? Du warst am Rio. It's been so long, I felt like I just had to throw on my lacrosse uniform. Really, again, feels like the most natural thing in the world. Maybe I should ditch my regular uniform for this. I'm in the mood for some good fashion practice. And are we ready for action once Teresia and Ferris are here? So, let's go and carry update. I guess what should okay. But I better now that we've got Angela piloting the ship. Sure, I'll get used to it, but she seems like she's born for the job. Going just in time too. I've been needing a gunnery officer, so I've been thinking about taking that up. Sounds like a plan. I then cut a chit chat and get focused. You owe me 100 thrusts. Get to it. Right. Was that my fault? So. Weapon. Okay, that both for your murder and Angelica are safe. The creatures was able to help in rescuing them both. Makes me very proud indeed. Thank you for your kindness, Your Highness. I'm sure my mother will be just fine now since she has Sharon to help too. I'm doing my best to help out everyone here, just like I've been doing all this time. I'm sure I can speak on behalf of everyone and express my happiness about it. If your mother is safe, that leaves you free to focus your mind on the others you care about as well. Such as the upstanding green here. What? Your Highness, I don't... I mean... Getting the impression my presence here is making things more great at an alarming rate. So... Second floor, door fur. Dorothy. Also, man könnte dieses Pasta-Beine kaufen. Deswegen. I'm gonna make a habit of writing again. During my time at Force and the things I've been seeing during the war, it feels like a good time to write something topical. The only problem being that I kept swaying towards more targeted content. I know I shouldn't, but once I start writing, I simply can't contain myself. The hard ones, but the ones, Reen. Okay, Dorothy. Wir wissen, dass wir die Hoffnung längst aufgeben können mit dir. So, Playtime.
よーし、勝負だね。ほらほら、一枚引きなよ。僕の先行だね。吹き飛べ。
Dein Ernst? Die einzigste gute Karte, die ich heute Abend da...
ごめんね。ごめんね。
Und ich hab's trotzdem gewonnen.
大人げない。
Dein Ernst? Ich hatte so eine schlechte Hand. Den Namen lässt sich aber.
それじゃあドローしようか。僕の先行か。 そうきたか。ボルトボルト。うわ、ここで来るの？僕の勝ちだね。
Warum lose ich? Wenn ich Sport spiele, würde ich gewinnen. Ha? Willst du mich verarschen, Game? Ich hätte mit Boot gewonnen.
やるからには手
Fuck
加
you,
減しないぞ。
Game. Ich darf anscheinend keine Action Cards als letztes in der Hand haben.
ドローし
Weil
た
die
まえ。
als ein Punkt gehen. Boah, ist das
じゃあ僕から行
mies.
くぞ。
Ist das mies.
同点。仕切り君からのようだな。同点。君からのようだな。
Willst du mich rollen?
僕の勝ちみたいだな。
Wow.
仕方ない。付き合ってやろう。
Zweimal vom Game verarscht
Karo,
worden.
Hügel.
Danke.
そちらが先行だ。
味なまねを。
そら、こいつはどうだ。
味なまねを。
さあ、吹き飛べ。この手はどうだ。チョコ材な。暇つぶしにはなったぞ。
Einzigste Force-Counter. So, eins noch, ne?
それでは始めてみるか。カードを引くとしよう。そちらが先行か。やるな。やるな。悪いな。ミラーだ。同点。仕切り直して俺が先行だな。
Fuck.
いい風が吹い。
Ich hätte das Schwert mitkriegen müssen. Weil der Board hätte mir eigentlich sogar geholfen. Wenn sein Board gespielt hätte. Was haben wir gekriegt? Wir hatten Hot Coloring gekriegt, ne? So ist er tot. Treasure dust indeed seem to be made from that of Samurai. While combat prowess being stimulated by the affinity between awakening and armament is also made clear by observing the Asher Knight. So the Tachi you could equip, I'll be able to compete with him on a more even footing. I'll try and get you one again. Just wait a little bit. Acknowledged. Engineer! If you're then who's piloting the ship? Come down, Reen. Oh, dear Thors is testing out the autopilot right now. Sure, I'm the answer, but I'm not a machine. Sometimes a girl needs to focus her attention elsewhere. So now that things have settled down a little around here, Thor decided to take the opportunity to run a few tests. As I should, once she's finished that up and decided on our next destination, I return to the pilot seat. That makes sense. Still, we've got to admit, it's impressive how well you can handle any vehicle you get on your hands now. I feel pretty stressed how high spec the creatures is, but you're already piloting it like it's the second nature. Yeah, second nature. I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I don't have the courageous nearly as well tamed as my orbital bike. Yet, anyway. Speaking of, let me thank you again for leaving the bike in my care. I'm glad I finally have the chance to return it to you personally. Oh, there's no need for that, my friend. I know I've been getting quite a bit of use out of her. You noticed a few little Reen-specific customizations on her last time I checked. It's very rude to ask for her back. In fact, I hereby declare you her rightful owner. Just make sure you keep treating my old partner well, got it? I don't know what to say, except thank you so much. The bike is ours now. I would have thought there were whole crystals of submarine ore just waiting for someone to clear them dry and take them. Not me, that's for sure. Still, now that we know they exist, we should be able to get enough for the giant sword. Yeah, honestly, convincing Professor Schmidt to help us out is probably going to be tougher than getting the ore. George, I'm amazed they actually decided to ask him for help in the first place. I think I've ever heard you get through a sentence without at least one curl on the side. Don't get me wrong here. I don't want to do this. But as a former student of his, I know how talented he is. And you're not in a situation where we can pass up capable helpers just because they're incredibly unpresent. If you can get him what he wants, you'll do an amazing job for us. Assuming he doesn't lose interest halfway through. Right, anyway, I better get back to ore giving now. We'll worry about keeping this later. You'll have to, good luck. So, Spotify slotten wir mal. Wir könnten hier Fire slotten, wenn ihr wollen. Würden. Dann könnte ich aber erstmal keinen anderen Rest slotten. Gut, der Rest ist aber auch Secondary, also. Das heißt, die zwei müssen erstmal noch warten, bis ihr irgendwas kriegt. Und der Rest, der schon irgendwas hat, der hat halt Lack. Aber, um ein bisschen auszugleichen, können wir die Elemente-Slots mal upgraden. Da sieht man wirklich, wovon wir echt einen Überhang haben. Es gibt auch fast kaum welche, die auch Timeslots haben, ne? Nö, nur die beiden. Wasser ist auch eher selten unterwegs. Ja, der ist ein bisschen mehr verteilt, aber auch nicht so sehr. Space ist halt sehr viel, Mirage halt auch. Und Feuer und Wind ist halt auch überall. Ja. Ein bisschen lopsided, was die Verteilung angeht. So, das ist schon customized. Du wirst einfach nur Keine Grey Locket mehr? Scheint hab schon eine. Was anderes mit dem Grey Locket Effekt? Nope. Ein ADS. Card is always good. Aber das brauchst du eigentlich nicht. Was gegen Kill, ja. Ich habe keine... Okay. Auch noch eine Upgraded Fortuna vielleicht? Ja. Er ist halt wirklich dann für Heal da. Bringen jetzt zwar vorher auch nicht viel, aber diese Leveln ist halt gerade nur um zu leveln. Gut.